People in the world right now are asking 3 different questions. What's going on in Sakamoto days? What's going on in solo leveling? And what is going on in bogus skill, less than symbol, Fruitmaster, greater than symbol, tilde? About that time, I became able to eat unlimited numbers of skill fruits, parentheses, that kill you, parentheses, tilde. Each season has anime that will be forgotten, and those I'd like to forget. This was forgotten before it was even released, putting up a 5.77 on Mal, but I'm sure IGN would give it a 10. So together let's peek into the abyss and see what an anime that felt like it was made by AI looks like. Spoiler alert. Skills are granted to those that eat an ancestral fruit. The skills that you obtain determines your future job and fate, like being born as a cat, unable to ever stay in the bag. There's only one rule with these fruits, and that is that you may only ever eat one in your entire life, because eating a second would result in certain death. You can't fool me, world government, really trying to propagate me out of eating a second devil fruit. Light is our main character, and he really wants a cool skill to become an adventurer. And this is Lena. She wants a skill that lets her do whatever Light does. This may be the best written female character since Misa Misa. When it's time to get their fruits, Lena goes first, obtaining the legendary skill of the Sword Saint, an ability only seen once every decade. Now, if I grabbed 3 children off the street and asked them, what do you think is gonna happen next? They wouldn't be able to figure it out. But that's the American education system failing them, not me. When Light goes to get his fruit, hey, stop that, don't read the title. The skill he obtained is the Fruitmaster skill, or Nutmaster if you read the manga, which makes no sense because he may be a growing nut, but he doesn't grow any nuts. This skill allows him to harvest more fruits at once and shorten cultivating times. Thailand has wet dreams about this ability. This ability, despite his great dream of being an adventurer, forces him to become a farmer, like a vampire that dreamed of becoming a firefighter. I want enter without being invited in! Lena, on the other hand, was drafted into becoming an adventurer. Now, I've maybe seen 1 or 2,000 stories where the protagonist gets a useless power while others get the power to conquer the stars, but then, this is gonna knock your britches off, the protagonist's power is actually really strong. I think at this point it would subvert my expectations more if they actually got a good power. 3 months later. At this point, ChatGPT realized that we need a marketable child. All anime have one, isn't that right, Connie? So in a flashback, the village chief forces a random child on Light out of nowhere, so Isla is just here now. One day, while making dinner, she accidentally put skill fruits inside of the stew, so Light saw the light, but he lived. His Fruitmaster skill has a special ability that makes him immune to poison from all fruits. From this, he obtained the ability of Sword God, which is far less cool than it sounds. His power just dramatically increases when wielding a sword, while Isla gains the ability to appraise other people's powers. Now, I don't mean to be that guy, but she's an orphan living in what appears to be a time where only nobles and witches knew how to read. So, do you really think that she could read this? This is how it would go.
I guess I can scan people, and it tells me... Ah, shit.
At this very moment, you're probably looking at the box of skill fruits he grew like Kirby. Logically, he should just eat all of them. But wait, eating 4 of them at once makes him sleep for 2 days straight. Well, what if he only eats 1 a day? It would be so much worse. He would get light indigestion. So can you truly blame him for not eating any of them? So they go to become adventurers. Now, the advanced AI used all of its data on fantasy anime to write the next part. Light accidentally bumps into an adventurer. If you ever make that sound when someone bumps into you, you instantly lose whatever confrontation is about to take place. If I had $1 every time there was a classic evil man first encounter in an adventurers guild, I'd have all the money. Luckily, Light is able to hit him with that Microsoft PowerPoint special. Later, they run into Lena, who hates her party because they're not good people, even wanting to leave, but... Bet you the best bitch a pimp could ask for. I ain't letting you go nowhere. Sure, she may have a skill that only appears every decade and became an S-ranked hero in 3 months and has her picture hanging up in the guild hall already, but if there's not a woman in distress, some actual writing would have to be done. Light shows up to challenge the pimp, who has the skill of Godspeed. The AI clearly got confused at this prompt. When it saw Light's name, it must have thought that he could move at light speed, being able to block every attack. Fastest man alive, by the way. One day, they're given a job to investigate a manor where adventurers keep going missing. Suddenly, they're surrounded by zombies. I wonder if they're the old adventurers. Oh my god! Oh, so to free their spirits, they must kill them. Anyways, inside is a woman with character design? That's odd. Who's controlling all the undead, but that's not the worst part. Inside is also Lena's teachers. Come on, guys, you know, her teachers of a few days. Nothing? Fine, here's a flashback.
私たちと一緒に行ってみない？
もう A ランクに昇格したんだってな。
君ならもっと上を目指せる。応援しているよ。
For the record, that is almost all the dialogue between them. When she cut them down, I'm man enough to say emotions swelled up inside of me, a few tears were shed. I was clearly wrong about the AI thing because only a human could create such a visceral response. Fan service escapes, leaving behind an unstoppable dragon. It's finally time to skill fruit up.
このスキルは虫耐性です。
This was an actually funny bit. Good job. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, I guess. Damn, it's in military time. After eating 3 more, he gets Sleep Pixie, which puts the dragon to sleep so they can drop a building on it. This leads to one of the funniest scenes. Up until this point, Light has shown 0 emotions other than happy.
この森を抜ければ町だ。さすがだけは話してたまるか。
That may have been the most intense horseback riding ever. This was him 10 seconds earlier, by the way. Since he ate so many fruits at once, he sleeps for 2 days straight. Let's see what the people think. Lol, where are the haters now saying he should eat more fruits? Well, he did, and look at all those useless skills. It's basically gambling. Is that guy stupid? Is there some sacred disability fruit I don't know about?
Oh no, Light, you ate the dyslexia fruit.
What?
Yo, Lax, hot fisheye girl, hideout taunt.
I'm dyslexic? See, this guy doesn't have the gambling addiction, mentality, that we have. 99% of gamblers quit before they get the money fruit. Normally, I would explain the rest of the anime, but there's only 9 episodes out right now. So I leave the rest to you! My pride! My unwatched episodes! Everything! Or maybe the real cursed fruit was the video all along. I think the entire problem with the plot, besides being generic, is that nothing was thought out. Power scaling him to be stronger than an S-ranked adventurer while only having a broom on episode 2 makes me question what he could do with a mop. He has the skill to befriend all cats, doesn't use it. He has the weapon durability skill. His sword breaks every fight. But most importantly, why would he not eat a fruit every day? It's not like he's a pirate trying to catch scurvy. But when he does get a skill, it's a fire skill. And I mean that literally. Why does he have a fire ability? Nobody even bleeds the entire anime. I've seen more violence in the Paw Patrol, and you expect me to believe that he's gonna burn someone? But let's look at my favorite scene from the anime. Someone is trying to force a skill fruit down Light's throat, trying to kill him, saying,
この実を噛み砕いたら中毒により即死。噛み砕かなければ窒息死だ。
I've seen enough, get this man in the police. The animation was fine, for the first 12 minutes and 44 seconds. Where the animation really shines are the still frames and backgrounds. I do feel bad for the animation team, because the studio couldn't even afford CGI. They had to hand draw these giant monsters that barely move, which probably took up most of their time, and they looked good. I feel like a parent trying to compliment my child's macaroni art. Let's hang it up on the fridge, sweetie. Something always looks off with the artwork. I said earlier that the still frames were fine. I lied. Nobody moves a single muscle while talking like everyone had a stroke before. They use every conceivable shortcut in fights to cover up the lack of animation, whether that be the constant breeze inside of buildings so that their hair keeps moving, or slow motion scenes where their hair is moving in fast motion. This one clip includes zoom out, screen shake, and wind lines. Sometimes people will just slide into frame. Then you have Air Jordan himself flying through the air for 30 seconds. But the funniest time saver was, instead of showing an attack, they just add the sound effect. And don't even give me— what was that? Reverse that clip. Oh, so you can suddenly draw physics. You really only locked in for one character and Lena in a bunny suit. Oh, it's from the studio that's only notable work in recent years is gushing over magical girls and is that giant beast of ours. Still, I don't blame the animators. I'm sure they did the best they could with the time and budget they had, which was zero. The dialogue was what I would imagine eavesdropping on two Oblivion NPCs talking would sound like. Every single line of dialogue said I've heard in some early 2000s anime. I think the dialogue would be fine if I cared about any of these characters. But these characters all have background character personalities, like how much do you remember about Todd from Attack on Titan? The only note I wrote down after watching 9 episodes of the show about Light is that he looks like the main character from Miside. The difference is one of these two gets stabbed in a fight. The answer may surprise you. The child has the closest thing to a personality, and all she talks about is pizza no matter what they're talking about. Hey, you wanna go hiking?
You ever notice how mountains look like pizzas standing up?
Even the Holy Sister, who is the villain, because when do you ever see the church be good in a fantasy anime, just sits in her room saying, this is unexpected. Honestly, the only character I liked was Doug. He's actually a good friend of mine, and normally I don't like to do this kind of stuff, but he started a YouTube channel and asked me to shout him out, so shout out Doug the Gamer. Despite what I said, I know it's not actually written by AI. I think this is a 5 out of 10 anime. However, I had fun, and in terms of enjoyment, I think it was an 8 out of 10. In conclusion, eat the fruits, man! Upload? Who's uploading? Uploading where? Why would I upload? Hello, slightly late Lunarequinox here. Sorry, I was working on a Don Machi video and it's gonna take a lot longer than I expected, so that video will be out eventually. Also, I now stream, so linked in the description to my Twitch channel, and I also stream here on YouTube, and join my Discord server to see my schedule and just talk, because I usually just sit in there when I edit. That being said, shout out to my whale members, Frederick von Bettendorf, yeah, that's it. But I'm going to use that money to buy more stupid costumes. That being said, click here to check out my second channel. Click here to check out my recommended video. And click here to check out my most recent video.